your dreams.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Genshin Impact video, and today I'm just going to be talking about this latest abyss. By the way, if you happen to like the content, feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff would be greatly appreciated. So I think people have been complaining about this abyss being too hard. I will admit that this abyss is pretty difficult. I didn't really 36 star it, but I also don't really care either. When abyss heralds are in the abyss does tend to be pretty difficult, since you do gotta position yourself and make sure you're attacking the right herald in order to take it down as quickly as you can. Because I think in the first chamber, second half, you do have to take out like the Hydro one first and then mow down the Cryo ones later. Some people say that this abyss is challenging for the wrong reasons, and that wrong reasons being the enemies just avoid you half of the time. And that is true. Most of the enemies in this game are just very annoying. They teleport all over the damn place. The Whopper Flowers just pop in and out whenever they want. Abyss heralds kind of move too damn much. The Thunder Manifestation enemy also moves around too much. You're basically spending most of your time chasing down that enemy. The Consecrated Beasts are also pretty annoying. They move around way too damn much. And sometimes the camera, kind of gets fucked when you're doing this abyss. Sometimes the camera is like a little bit too close. You're trying to dodge these enemies and shit, but you can't because, the camera is fucking you up. I really do think that they should fix the camera, because these enemies are they are kind of big and shit, and I think that kind of like what fucks up the camera. I do think that enemies just moving around too much is kind of a problem, especially in the overworld when you have to fight the weekly bosses. It just feels like more like a cutscene nowadays than like an actual boss. Waiting for an enemy to appear is not fun. Like, who the fuck finds that fun? I'm talking about you, Senora. Anyways, Abyss has always been an artifact check or a certain element check. The second half of the Abyss does kind of rely on Burgeon. If you don't have Burgeon, you are going to have a more harder time. You don't need Burgeon, but it does help. I've heard Klee has been a little bit more useful in this abyss, since you can just build Burgeon Klee and you'll have an easier time on the second chamber, especially when you're fighting against that abyss heretic. I think he basically has like not five forms. What is this, Dragon Ball Z? He has like 3 different forms: ice, fire, and water. You need water for the fire form, and you need fire for the ice form. Dendro can help with the water form. Just Burgeon in general will help against that boss fight. I will give props to Hoyoverse for this, because Burgeon has kind of been slept on for quite a while. People normally rely on Bloom or Hyper Bloom, but no one really ever talks about Burgeon. Burgeon really hasn't crossed my attention. I mean, what other Burgeon units can we even have? I mean, we got Klee. I guess there's Thoma too. I heard Thoma's pretty good in Burgeon. Maybe Xiangling too. I mean, she does have access to like some elemental mastery spears. Yoimiya wouldn't be as good as Burgeon because she's single target. I don't know how Hu Tao would work either. I mean, I think building HP on Hu Tao is just better. Dea is just bad in general. Xinyan is also, pretty bad. Bennett, I don't think people would use Bennett for Burgeon. His pyro application is not enough, and he has better usage for being the buffer. Not to mention his attack buff isn't really doing shit for Dendro comps. So Klee and Thoma and maybe Xiangling are probably your best bets for Burgeon. Klee is too slow. I mean, Thoma is just Thoma, and Xiangling, she's really good. I'm curious to how a Burgeon Xiangling would look. You don't need Burgeon, but it helps. I've seen people clear the second half with Nahida National. I've tried Nahida National, but Nahida is, pretty squishy. She definitely needs to be off the field as often as you can. Otherwise, she will get one-shotted by one of the Cryo Heralds. I think if you're using Kazuha on the second half, you probably should be good. He can swirl the elements and shit. You can just swirl, whatever element you need, and you should be good. Although with those Abyss Heralds, you do need to make sure you stay on top of them and shit, and group them together as often as you can. And Kazuha can help with that. But I do hope that Hoyoverse does continue to make floors like this, because it is fun to see people seethe over this. I don't think Abyss is really worth seething about. The rewards are not really that good. I don't think the CN player base is complaining about this Abyss. I don't think they really care that it's that difficult. But I do think that the enemies moving around is kind of stupid. You do have to group them up, otherwise you're fucked. If you have one enemy stranded, you basically might as well just have to retry the floor all over again. I do think some people do enjoy this challenge of this abyss. It gives them, something to do at least. Even if it is taking them hours to do this abyss, they're at least having fun with it, I hope. Please don't do Abyss for hours if you're not having fun with it. If you're not having fun with it, you might as well just take a break. Anyways, that's going to be the end of this video. My thoughts about this Abyss. Let me know what you guys think. How are you guys feeling about this Abyss? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you guys later.
Bye-bye now. Come again soon.